let's come up with a date when.
But still, you have to tell me everything you know about Kieślowski.
Oh, Kieślowski. The first Kieślowski that I watched was a movie called Camera Buff. Interestingly, I felt very much a part of the movie. I mean, if I would have made a movie at that earlier stage in my life, I mean, I'm not talking about the age. The first thing that I did with the camera is what Camera Buff talks about, and that movie is mind-blowing in that sense. You know, this guy, he keeps filming various things happening around him, and at one point he realizes that he's lost everything that he has had, his wife, his kid, everything, and that's when he turns the camera around, and that's the first time he comes into the frame. Okay, and that's the end of the movie. Brilliantly shows how, you know, you can keep capturing everything else and forget about yourself, okay, and kind of not put your perspective into things, okay. I think that is what the movie was for me. That was the first Kieślowski that I watched. The next one that I watched was a short film about killing. It had a 9.5-minute sequence of a murder. 9.5-minute sequence. I think that's the longest ever in the history of movies ever made. 9.5-minute long sequence of killing someone. Okay, the guy first puts a puts a wire around the taxi driver and tries to kill him, tries to choke him to death. Doesn't happen. Then he puts a a gunny bag on top of him or something like that. Tries to beat him to death. The guy, the bastard, still doesn't die. Okay, he kind of crawls to the lake, and then he finally picks up a huge stone and smashes his face in. Okay, that's the brutality of the movie. And the amazing thing about the movie is, despite the fact that you've seen this 9.5-minute long sequence of somebody's murder, at the end of the movie you're still sympathetic towards the murderer. You kind of feel like saying that, okay, don't hang him. If you want to punish him, put him in the jail for 20 years. Don't hang him. In the end, he talks to his lawyer. That's the only time he brings the lawyer. He talks to his lawyer per se. He calls him and he says, today is the day when he's going to get electrocuted. No, hanged. Today is the day when he's going to get hanged. And he calls his lawyer and tells him, I had given my sister's photograph to be framed at so-and-so shop. Please pick it up and give it to my mother. Okay. And he tells how his sister died, and he asks that there's a plot where his father and his sister are buried. Okay. And right next to that is the plot that has been taken for his mother. He wants to be buried there. Okay, and suddenly all these personal things come into the picture about this killer. And in the end, when he's being taken to be hanged, he just grabs the hand of the the clergy, the father.
Yeah,
okay.
padre.
Yeah, the padre. He just grabs the hand of the padre and says, "Don't kill me, don't kill me." I mean, just 3 statements, nothing else. Just 3 statements, and then he's hanged. Okay, but in the end, you want to say, just don't give capital punishment. There's no logic to it. Just because he killed someone, you don't have any right to kill him. Okay, very strong statement, and it's like a 60 or 80 odd minute movie. That's it.
What was the movie?
A short film about killing. Okay, then I saw the what are they called? The Decalogues. Decalogues is a series of 10 movies made on all the 10 commandments. Okay, and the first one being, "Thou shalt not worship any other god." And this movie it's a 60-minute movie, 60-minute long movie about this guy who worships computers. Okay, and he wants to find out if it's safe enough for his son to go skating. Okay, and he finds out these ground temperatures and so on from the weather department, and he puts it into the computer, and the computer says it's safe for so and so weight. So he says, okay, because my son is under that weight, he can go and go for the skating. And his son goes to skate. What?
Just continue.
His son goes to skate, and obviously the ice breaks and he falls into the lake and dies. And in the end, the climax of the movie is this guy goes to the church and kind of pushes all the candles down, pushes all the candles off the altar, and sits there asking for a reason from God as to why this happened. And because the way the candles have been kind of thrown or scattered, one of the candles kind of hits the statue of Jesus, and the wax falls from the eyes to his cheeks. Okay, might be very dated because it's a long. This movie was made long ago. A lot of things from the movie has been copied over the years.
Was this movie moving or funny?
It's very moving. Okay. Probably the way I'm explaining it, I'm not doing a good job of it.
I think you explained it correctly.
Yeah. Then there's another movie, the second one, where it's about the doctor and the wife. Her husband is dying. Okay, this female, her husband is in for treatment of terminal cancer or something, and she goes to the doctor. She asks him, is he going to die or is he going to survive? So he tells her, I'm not God, I cannot tell you whether he's going to die or survive. All I can tell you is that I'll treat him the best. He doesn't want to make a judgment about it. Now she finally comes to him saying that her dilemma is that she cheated on her husband and she's pregnant. Okay. Now if she drops the kid and stays with the husband, the husband might die tomorrow. Okay. And this is the only chance for her to have a kid. Okay, because her husband is not potent. Okay. So she has to choose between the kid and the husband. Okay. So eventually she kind of decides that, okay, I'll go for an abortion. Okay. And the doctor tells her that
because the husband might get better, and then
the husband might get better, then he's not potent and they cannot have kids.
So then if she had the kid, it would be bad. That's why she wants an abortion.
Yes. Because...
Did she really think this through?
No. If she has the kid, okay. He's got me confused.
If she has the kid, the husband is able to
the kid is someone
that
else's.
Cheated on him.
Yes.
And that's why she wants an abortion.
Yes.
Has she thought this through? Okay.
Because it was long ago declared that her husband cannot have kids with her.
Yeah, I suppose in a certain morality.
Okay. Now she has to choose between the relationship that she had and her husband also. So she kind of decides that she doesn't want to have the relationship with him, with the guy with whom she cheated. But she decides to go for the abortion. But the doctor tells her that, if this is your last chance to have a kid and you really love your husband, stick to it. I mean, either ways it doesn't matter, shouldn't matter to you. I think that answers your question, did she think it true? And she decides to have the kid, stay with it. And miraculously,